GM wants to overtake Tesla as EV leader in the United States with new $30,000 electric crossover and more. General Motors set one of its most ambitious financial targets in years today on Wednesday, telling investors it aims to more than double revenue by 2030 with an influx of new battery electric models and auto-related services. The Detroit automaker also took direct aim at Tesla, saying it plans to take the lead in electric vehicle sales in the United States without committing to a timetable. As part of the push, GM said it would release a new electric SUV priced at about $30,000, undercutting the cheapest version of the Tesla Model 3 sedan. Welcome back, dear friends. This is Armin Harayan from TorqueNews.com. If you are here first time, please subscribe to our channel, give us thumbs up, and stay with us for more Tesla and GM news. So today, GM held its shareholder meeting and made several announcements, especially regarding its electrification plans. The headline-making statement is that GM plans to take the leadership position in electric vehicle market share in the United States using money from its gas sales. Here's a quote. GM plans to reach leadership in EV market share in the United States while growing its profits from internal combustion engine, that means ICE vehicles. End of the quote. GM is currently second only to Tesla in the United States regarding to electric vehicle sales, but it's not a close second. Tesla has not just passed GM in electric vehicle sales, but it is already a few laps ahead. On top of that, GM is currently recalling and buying back its only two electric vehicles in the market, the Bolt EV and Bolt EUV, over a battery fire risk. But GM is betting on its new electric vehicles coming on its Ultium EV platform. That's kind of big. GM's growth will be driven by the Ultium module EV platform the company developed to launch a broad portfolio on highly desirable electric vehicles using common scalable components. The array of Ultium-powered electric vehicles will include high-volume entries, including a Chevrolet crossover priced around $30,000, Buick crossovers trucks from Chevrolet, GMC, and Hummer, as well as exquisitely crafted Cadillac electric vehicles such as the upcoming Lyriq and Celestiq. That was a quote from GM. So we already knew about all of these upcoming electric vehicles except for a new Chevrolet crossover priced around $30,000, and that's the hit today in the media. That sounds like a next generation Bolt EV or EUV based on the Ultium platform. Mary Barra, GM CEO and chair, commented on today's announcement, saying GM's version of a world with zero crashes, zero emissions, and zero congestion has placed us ahead of much of the competition in electrification, software-enabled services, and autonomy. Our early investments in these growth trends have transformed GM from automaker to platform innovator with customers at the center. General Motors will use its hardware and software platforms to innovate and improve their daily experience, leading everybody on the journey to an all-electric future. That was a quote from Mary Barra. So, if you stay tuned for more news coming out of GM shareholder meetings, we will have we will report it on this channel, friends, including the new Silverado electric pickup and Ultra Cruise. Speaking of Ultra, am I saying it Ultium? Is it right? Is it GM Ultium or GM Ultium? I don't know. So Electrex Fred Lambert says, I am always happy to see automakers making commitments toward electrification. However, I see a recurring problem with General Motors. They can't give up their internal combustion engine business. Well, I think GM can, but not this quickly. You know, it has to build up something to not jeopardize current sales. Electrek also says, even in these sales announcements about electric vehicles, the automaker stated this, framing it in a positive light of electrification. saying plans for more than 50% of the company's North America and China manufacturing footprint to be capable of electric vehicle production by 2030. Electrek says, in my book, that means that 50% of General Motors production capacity in North America and China is going to be useless in 2030. Like, people will buy, people will still use it. With the dozens of new compelling electric vehicles coming to market in the next few years, I believe a massive consumer perception shift will make it so no new car buyer in their right mind will want to buy a combustion engine vehicle by around 2025, says Electrek, and says a lot of automakers are not going to be ready for this, and right now it looks like GM is going to be amongst them. So what do you think, friends? Do you think GM people will still buy combustion engine cars after 2025? I know, I would say fewer and fewer people. Now, can GM do this? Can GM build a $30,000 battery vehicle? Well, yes, but it will take them years to get there, I think. And Tesla will have their next generation $25,000 car out by then. They are too far behind to overtake Tesla, in my opinion. Tesla's got 4680 battery cells and gigapresses. What does GM have? Well, it has the Ultium, but also unions. But I'm not discounting GM, friends. It can, if it executes a good strategy. Here is something for consideration. The Bolt EUV is back in production. A very fine, roomy car at an excellent price and a great turning radius and interior. I've tried it, I liked it. GM will be competing heads up with the Cybertruck in 2022. They will have the Lyriq to compete at $60,000 car in luxury market, and they have the e-Hummer, electric Hummer, for people with more money than, I don't know, realistically, Tesla only has one car right now, the Model Y and its twin brother Model 3. The GM's Ultra Cruise is about where public acceptance of autopilots is right now. Public charging infrastructure is expanding and not the big advantage for Tesla it used to be. I believe GM will be very competitive with Tesla by 2023-24. It's Ultium versus 4680 batteries. The race is on. Who knows what Volkswagen Group, Hyundai and Honda have in pipelines when it comes to electric vehicles. Ford seems to be the laggard a little bit. Now, can they do this? Can GM do this? I guess it is possible. They sell a lot of vehicles. They could sell a lot of electric vehicles. I wouldn't bet on it happening anytime soon. In any case, it's a very positive and welcome announcement from General Motors, not only boldly moving toward electrification, but also aiming at Tesla to become a leader in electric vehicle sales. Well, friends, let me know your thoughts. Can GM do this? When will GM do this? Where will Tesla be by the time GM does this, bringing $30,000 affordable electric vehicle to the market? This is Armin Harayan from TorqueNews.com. Please subscribe to our channel, join our community for daily electric news, the discussions, Tesla discussions, and also please give us thumbs up for this video if you found it helpful. I'll see you soon in our next report. God bless you, everyone. Peace be with all of you and your families, and have a great day.